Good morning, everyone. It's glad to be here with you today. Our team will show you a global analysis of beer and cider industry. We will analyze it through industry overview, industry environment, global business environment, comparative analysis, and conclusion. Let's dive in. First, industry overview. The global beer and cider market value reached 655 billion in 2023. The market value increased by 7.2% year-on-year in 2023. However, there revealed a strategic shift where market value increased, sales value declined. This paradox signals a premiumization wave. Consumers globally are trading mass market beers to craft brews and value-added products. Geographically, Europe was the largest market, 34.7% share in 2023, followed by Asia Pacific and North America. China and Germany are key consuming countries. The top four brewers collectively command 50.55% of total sales volume, demonstrating the market's oligopolistic structure. Next, I will analyze industry environment using Porter's five forces and diamond model. Five forces. Rivalry is high, concentrated market and high fixed costs intensify competition. Leading firms consolidate dominance through mergers, acquisition, and brand diversification. Substitute is moderate. Wines, brine, and non-alcoholic beverage pose substitution risks, but beer culture and the dining scenario dependency reduce this threat. New entrance is moderate. Massive capital requirements deter new entries, but craft brewers exploit niche opportunities. Supply power is moderate. Barley and hope suppliers are dispersed, but vertical integration weakens their bargaining power. Apple suppliers face low bargaining power due to geographic dispersion. Buyer power is moderately high. Large retailers have bargaining power due to bulk purchasing, and product diversity can reduce their influence. Next, diamond model. Fact condition. Europe is rich in barley. Leading firms scaled production and patents create technology barriers. Diamond condition. Asia Pacific is raising middle class drives premium beer consumption. Health trend boosts low-calorie products. Population growth and consumption upgrading in Africa and South Asia have brought about increase. Related and sporting industry. Lightweight aluminum cans reduce logistic costs. Cold chain logistics ensure fresh beer quality. Sports sponsorship enhanced brand recognition. Firm strategy and rivalry. AB InBev is laying out its global strategy. Heineken diversified acquisition. Cider brand like Kopparberg targets female consumers. Next, let's welcome the Jianxun Lu.
Hello guys, today I would like to analyze the current situation and the future development opportunities of the global beers and ciders by the economic and technical dimensions. Firstly, look at this first one pictures. From the economic perspective, the first graph shows that the strong correlations between the GDPX, the per capita and alcohol consumption, which shows that high-income countries such as Australia, Germany, as well as the United Kingdom has high per capita alcohol consumption, while China although it's just a middle income country, but it has already continues to grow its alcoholic consumption as its middle class grows, which indicate that the Chinese market has the huge consumption potential. And the second figure shows that there are differences in the proportion of the middle class and the high income groups in different countries, and the economic structure, tax system, as well as the development stage all affect its differences. Developed countries have already formed a strong consumer groups by the globalization and the high value added industry, and the emerging markets such as China has been rapidly expanding their middle class, driving the growth of the alcoholic consumption. Relatively speaking, low income countries face the consumption restriction, and the change of the globalization has exacerbated their development challenges. Therefore, when formulating the global market strategy, companies need to fully consider local economic characteristics and the income gaps. And next, It's the technology, and I have inserted true graph of that. For the first one is that with the rise of digital marketing, especially for the image marketing, the way the consumer buy the alcohol has been changed. According to the first one graphs, global alcohol e-commerce continue to grow, bring the convenience to the middle class. Secondary, in terms of the technological deployment, developed countries such as the United States and Germany has applied artificial intelligence and the rate of the more than 38%, helps the companies achieve the precision marketing and the personalized recommendation, which is very important for the high-end product. However, the Indians artificial intelligence deployment rate is just only 27%, and its techniques is still in the startup process. So the gaps between the development is obvious. In summary, I think the development of the beer and cider is affected by the economic structure and the technological level. Understanding these differences not only helps us to foresee the future trend in the industry, but also provide valuable guidance for the companies to formulate globalization strategies. And next, my colleagues will add further analysis on the cultural politics and the industries and so on in next content. Thank you.
Now I will talk about the beer and cider's culture. You can see the table. Beer and cider have a different original and ingredient. Beer was first produced about 4000 BC and ingredient from barley, hop, water, and yeast. Cider sent from fermented apple juice. First poured in Britain around 55 BCE. Beer was used in religion as payment and for nature, but cider was a rural drink enjoyed during festival. Beer traveled from the Middle East to Europe, particularly Germany and Belgium. Cider moved from bread and forth to the American and Asia where colonization. Today, beer is associated with parties and sport, but the cider connects the natural lifestyle that is friend for quality drink at outdoor event. Next, we can see the photo. Religion influence shape beer culture around the world. Alcohol is forbidden across the Middle East and North Africa by Islamic, where cities such as Dubai, although is under limitation. In Europe, Christmas welcome beer. A similar festival such as Germany's Oktoberfest, beer promotes social interaction. In East Asia, where religion, alcohol bonds are uncommon. From formal sitting in Japan to Chinese drink hobbies, even in traditional nations like India, places such as Belgium have not born beer cultures with urban young, indicating a war from convention. Next, welcome Jiang.
Okay, I will introduce the political and I will analyze two political for three parts. So first part is the first impact of the formal system and the government approach in this regard is to restrict the sale of alcohol in various countries and enact cross-border tax policy. And this part we can see through these examples that the government is not only a rule maker but also a direct participant in the market through the fire force model in intervention. So the final section shows that in countries with high levels of cooperation, film reel on rotational contracts, increasing hidden cost. Countries with low cooperation rely more on rules-based contracts with high but create strict compliance cost. And next is physical enrollment. As you see the picture, China and the United States and Brazil are the top three producer. It can be concluded that the physical enrollment directly affects the two cross links, like raw material cohesion and water supply. So this part we take hope an example, and supplier is larger producing countries can determine the market price according to climate fluctuations. The substitution threat manifests itself in the fact that some regions that depend on the origin of fruits will choose to make soda. Finally, like Belgian monastery beer is more dependent on local water and wheat. So the final section show how extreme weather can threaten supplier chains. The next one, please.
Hello, now we talk about the systematic structure difference. So first, my colleague talk about the data on the influence of various factors on beer and cider market. Now I will show you guys 5 type of country and give you guys a clear way to understand the beer and cider market. First one is China. China can represent the emerging huge marketing, and Czech Republic can represent the traditional beer and cider countries, and Germany can represent the developed country like the US, the UK, and the UAE can represent the Muslim country, and last one, Zimbabwe, can represent the low income country. And we talk about the economic structure difference. Let's see this chart. This chart shows us the beer consumption vs GNI per capita. We can clearly see that the low income country, Zimbabwe, cannot support non-essential products such as cider and beer, and the middle income country like China prefer the industrial beer, and high income country they have many choice like the Czech Republic and Germany, but the UAE is totally different. So we talk about the religions and the policy system. We see these two charts is show us the government tolerance toward alcohol policy by countries and the religious affiliation by countries. So it's clear to see that the Muslim is limited people to drink alcohol in their country, and the alcohol cannot appear in the normal street, but just can only appear in tourist area and the foreign area, and no religious country and the Christian country don't have too many limited, but due to the limitation of Zimbabwe economic condition, the per capita drinking is very low. And next one, we talked about the technology and the physical condition. So the first chart is talk about the technology. It shows us the number of beer and ciders varies by country, and the second one is with an apple production by country. It shows us the physical condition. So you can clearly see that German and Czech Republic show the industry chain is significantly related to agricultural sports. And China agriculture is strong, but the beer and cider market is not too strong. And finally, UAE and Zimbabwe are absolutely limited. So now we have a conclusion.
Now we will talk about the conclusion. We have been talking a lot about the system structure difference before, so system structure plays important role in the global market development, and each reasons will affect the direction of the market, is including economic competitiveness, religion, cultures, industry foundation policy system for the physical environment. Next is Jiahao.
So we talk about the globalization. In the process of globalization, the difference in technology and contribution are gradually weakening. Like for example, China, India, and part of African, they have their own beer and cider brand, and they also have the supply chains. But in the influence of the religious culture and the policies, it's gradually struggling. Like the low-income country Zimbabwe and Muslim country UAE, and yeah.
Now we will talk about future trend and persist. First, consumption structural transformation.
We can clearly see that for now, the female markets are growing up, and the young people prefer the created product, and people pay more attention to the health. So it's a chance to give the beer and ciders industry.
Third is technology driver in innovation.
With the development of the world and the technology, the internet and the AI of the things technology improvement helps the beer and ciders industry improve the efficiency and reduce the cost. So it's also is a chance to the industry.
Third is policies and the regeneration become structure.
In this world, more and more countries are struggling the country over the alcohol tax, global warming, and the young people drinking. So it's a very big challenge to the beer and ciders market.
Last is the rise of emerging market.
It's very important because the global company will have a big challenges like China, India, and part of African, South American are becoming a new pathways for beer and ciders company, and local brands have become a new way in beer and ciders industry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and this is reference. Thank you very much.